Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Terraria. It's been a while. It has felt like a little while. I missed last week's video just because I had some other stuff going on, but we have managed to regrow our NPC population a little bit. We even have a couple of new faces around the place, and if I can find them, I will introduce you. But we've got Mario the painter. Of course, Luigi was the last guy. Mario would have to be this guy. We've got Bat Noam the dye merchant. I think that's how you say his name anyway. And up here we've got ourselves a wizard. Yes, I noticed the wizard that was in one of the previous episodes, and I've met him now. So we've got a ton of stuff here. And I'm not sure what any of it does. There's an ice rod, which apparently summons a block of ice. Sounds pretty good. Greater mana potion, always welcome. A bell, a harp, a spell tome, which can be enchanted. Hello. That sounds like it's worth having. How much money do I have, by the way? Where on earth is my money? My savings, I have 20 gold. I got myself a platinum. I finally got myself a platinum coin after all of that business with the pirates. Platinum coin came through for me. And a dropper, whatever that does, has a chance to record songs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I'm going to buy this spell tome just to see what it does. I'm not sure how exactly I enchant it, but I guess I will get to that some other time. Apparently the harp and the bell are materials for stuff as well, so it looks like we can potentially do something with those. I'm not sure exactly what the crystal ball does other than look pretty, but for 10 gold, surely it's got some kind of purpose, right? Anyway, moving on, we have ourselves somewhere around here. I think he may be up here. Yes, this fella has arrived. He's the witch doctor, and his name is Zop-A. And he says he can make me embody healing, apparently. He sells water fountains. Interesting. Okay, not something I'd expected. Already got a bewitching table, so I don't need that. Blowgun allows the collection of seeds for ammo. I've got like a little dart gun, like a blowpipe, but this is a little bit more sophisticated, I think. It's got more damage to it for sure. And imbuing station can be used to craft weapon imbuement flasks. Now that interests me. I'm going to buy one of those. I have no idea what it does, but we will figure that out later on. I can add it to my list of gadgets for sure. So yeah, we've got a decent cast of characters here. I'm building myself some more NPC housing. After the pirate raid in which they all died, I've come to realise that I probably need a little bit more housing that's up in the air. And so I present to you the kind of bare bones, the in-progress design of what I'm calling Sky Fortress Alpha, just because I don't have a better name for it, and I'm not entirely sure how this is going to look yet, but I spent a little bit of time in a corruption world. I got myself some Ebonwood, and good gosh, this stuff looks pretty, and in a kind of very spiky way, and that's because I've just hammered the edges out here to look a little bit spiky, but I'm really excited to build with some of this stuff. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time today with you guys going over a world that I've generated which has the corruption, and I'm going to do a little bit of that on camera because we haven't fought the corruption boss yet, the kind of corruption equivalent of Brain of Cthulhu, who I believe is called the Eater of Worlds, and I think it'd be nice to fight that guy on camera. We're probably going to trash him considering that he's around the same level as Brain of Cthulhu, and I'm well beyond that at this point, but I'm also not entirely sure if I'll be able to take on any of the other bosses that hard mode has to offer yet, because from what I gather they're a bit of a handful. If they're anything like the pirates, then I have absolutely no chance. So I figure what we will do is go do that. We'll go over to the corruption world, we'll spend a bit of time over there, and then we'll come back here. We'll probably build a little bit more of the Sky Fortress, and what else was I going to do? Oh yes, that's it. I have a bunch of stuff in my inventory which I want to combine. So combining these items, I've got myself the cement mixer, which was the last one I needed for an accessory that's basically a kind of all-in-one builder's tool. I started building some stuff over here, but I decided against it in the end. I didn't want to kind of crowd the sky up here too much. So we're going to go in here and quickly use the Tinkerer's Workshop, because from what I gather from talking to Bradley, our new crafting man, Architect Gizmo Pack is what we want. It's got a cement mixer, an extendo grip, a bricklayer, and a paint sprayer in it, and we get to craft all of these together, and it's just the one thing, and it does all 4 jobs. So now I have a little pack on my back. That's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. We'll probably do with that for a little bit more building. I've been swapping in the toolbox and the tool belt when I've needed them. But for now, we're going to head over to that corruption world and we're going to have a little explore. Welcome to the corruption world, everybody. It's all looking quite nice here so far. This is Asher. He's the local guide, and I had a bit of an explore around here, and there's a massive corruption biome right over here. So we're going to go and check that out and see if we can attract ourselves some trouble. I've got my trusty imp with me. We can involve him if we need to. But I have a feeling this is going to be a bit of a cakewalk. I don't want to get overconfident, just in case, but let's face it, I've got some pretty decent gear at this point, so we should be able to take on whatever's out there. There's a couple of demon altars, and I don't think I can break those yet. I did have a go at that off camera, and it seems like you can only actually break them once you're in hard mode. These guys, the Eater of Souls, are pretty much just like the Chimeras, however you want to say them. I still haven't worked out how to pronounce that after how many episodes. They're just like the corruption equivalent of those guys, basically. So they're pretty easy at this point. I've got to get myself down low enough to find these things. These are going to be the local equivalent of Crimson Hearts. I guess they are corruption orbs or something like that. I can't remember if I've broken one or two of these already earlier on when I was generating the world. You know what, this is going to be too slow. Let's chuck a couple of bombs down here, shall we? Boink. Sticky bombs. I've learned about sticky bombs. They are way more useful than the other type. They actually go where you want to and they stay there. So I've been using these a lot more. Oh, hello. I didn't want that one to go there. Just as I say, I've got the hang of it. Turns out I haven't. No worries, though. Can I have my hair is glowing because I got some really awesome dye from the dye trader fella, but when it's the only light I've got to see by, it's a little bit annoying. Alright, sticky bomb, go there. And I think I'm out of range of any explosion. Let's throw that down in here. And we should be able to get in and crack this thing open. Pwn hammer to the win! There we go. Oh, Eater of Worlds has awoken. Yeah, there we go. I guess I had already crushed a couple of them. Oh, and he's a giant worm! Oh, fantastic. Hello, you! Taste my yo-yo of fury. Wow, he's a big fella, isn't he? Gosh, look at all of this. And he is lining up to be killed, though. Check that out. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I imagine this is pretty hairy when you're still early game, but I think he's nearly dead. Oh, there's a couple of them, though. Oh, I get what's happening. Interesting. That's cool. Nice boss design. This game constantly full of surprises. I know I say that every episode, but that's because I'm being surprised every episode. Still holding together pretty well, though. I've got a ton of Demonite ore from all of this. Yeah, and my health regen, he's got no chance at this point. I'm pretty much going to tear through him once he gets within range, but obviously I'm making a ton of smaller ones every time I do that. Don't need any kind of arena to fight him, though, which is a good thing at this point, because, yeah, he can just try and come through me at this point. That's all good. Where you at? There's like one guy left. Come on. I see you. Come at me. Yeah, there we go. Worm fodder. He was worm fodder. I don't know about you guys. I think that one went a little bit too easy. But never mind. It's absolutely fine. We've got a ton of life crystals back at our original world, so I really don't need to collect them from this world. I'm not planning on starting a new character or anything, so I don't need to worry about it here. We have ourselves a minecart rail, which I guess I've explored in this direction, but maybe not the other direction. So how about we go down here just to see if there's anything interesting. At this stage, there probably isn't, because I'm so far past this early game kind of loot and stuff that it's not going to be particularly interesting if we find anything new, but there might be a couple of treasures I have missed here and there. These things usually terminate near a structure, but that one did not seem to. Oh, I think I nearly got poisoned just then. I think there's a dart trap there. Yeah, there it is. May as well take that out while we're here. But yeah, I need to grab myself some more Ebonwood anyway. That was kind of the purpose of coming here. Fighting the Eater of World is a bit of a bonus, but I'm pretty sure the main thing I want to do here is grab some Ebonwood and then head on home. Oh, there's the structure down there. Wait a second. Hold up. Hold the phone. Oh, and it's completely flooded as well, which is not ideal. but maybe we can pop in here quickly and grab whatever's in here. Hello, what have you got? Oh, a lava charm! And so close to the surface as well. That would have been super handy in my early game before I got to the overworld, or the underworld rather. This is the overworld. What are you on about, Pix? Anyway, let's smash a couple of pots while we're down here, because you always need pots to smash. Oh, and there's a couple more structures down here as well. Interesting. Another one, another one. There was me thinking there wasn't a structure at the end of that minecart rail. Turns out there were two. Oh, okay, and it's some Hermes boots. We've got those already, even if those are angry kind. Mining potion will be helpful, though, and we'll take the silver. We may as well. May as well turn some of this into gold while we're at it. There you go. Lovely. Right, and I got myself a vile thorn from somewhere. I think that may have been from smashing one of the crimson orbs. So yeah, we've got that for us as well. Right, let's magic mirror back to the surface, probably the quickest way to do it. Let's get out the meteor ham axe, and let's go chop us down some shadewood, or ebonwood. It's ebonwood, this one, isn't it? I keep getting it confused with the crimson stuff, because that's what I'm used to now. I don't have all that much experience with the corruption, more's the pity, but I will just tear myself down some trees here and probably won't stay much longer than that. Once I've defeated the boss, there isn't really a great deal of this to see that is any different from the crimson. They're basically the same thing, just different colours. So I'll spend a little bit of time hacking down these trees. I'll do this off camera so I'm not boring you guys too much, and I'll see you back in Pixelvania. Hey guys, we're back, and I've got 345 ebonwood, which should keep me going for the time being. Need to go and deposit some of the stuff I collected while I was out there, but I've also noticed that I got myself some shadow scales from beating that Eater of Worlds fella, so I wonder what we can use those for. Shadow scale mail. Okay, so this is like the corruption equivalent of the Crimson Armor set. That's kind of cool. And increased melee speed seems to be the buff you get. There's also, oh, the breaker, which is a hammer, but that's, to be honest, it's not as good as the hammer we've got at the moment, and ours is a ham axe, so it's doing the work of two tools. No worries, at least I've got some of that stuff now, so I know what it does. And eventually, I get the feeling this game is going to turn me into a bit of a hoarder, and I am going to have to make one of those bases that's got, like, all of the suits of armor and stuff. So I'll probably end up doing that at some point along the line. But in the meantime, we can stash some of this stuff away. And looks like I already had some of the demonite, so maybe I'd pick that up whilst I was mining in the corruption. But I don't think I brought any of that with me from a fight before. Maybe I got it from a crate or something, I don't know, but there we go. Anyway, we've got that. Ebonstone block can, I guess, go in one of these. Yes, corruption stuff. So this is a small chest that I started when I started the world originally, but I have not really touched it other than that. An extra lava charm is cool. I wonder if we can turn that into something more useful, because it's got material written on it. That means we can use it for something. This is fleeting, this is guarding. I think guarding is probably better. I don't really need movement speed so much as I need defense in this game, because I have a habit of falling apart quite quickly. Running away is not going to help me. So let's go see the guide. Let's see what he's got for us. I have built these buildings a little bit too close together, so I can't like drop down in between them, but we will chat to him and see what else we can make. It's going to be a lot of talking to the guide in the upcoming episodes, because, oh, lava waders. Okay, so that's ability to walk on water and lava, and then immunity to fire blocks, immunity to 7 seconds. Okay, cool, alright. That's something we can probably make at some point, although I don't plan to revisit the underworld anytime soon, so perhaps that is a little bit premature, or maybe it's just going to have to be another time. So I'm trying to get the grass to grow up this, as you can probably tell. I think it was Jordan, one of my patrons, is a Terraria player, and he mentioned to me that you can actually just have the grass grow straight up. When I was building the temple over here before, I kind of had it growing like up a slope, and he said, no, just build a thing straight up and it goes up the side of a vertical pillar of dirt, and he was absolutely right. So I'm just going to let that grow for now and carve a hole underneath it so I can still get up here. I've been using some of the jungle leaves. I think it's jungle wood leaves I can use to decorate stuff like this, because I need to start making these things look a little bit nicer in general, I think. If I want to get my build on, and you guys know me and my building, I kind of want to make stuff that looks pretty, and leaves are an easy way to do that. So I'm probably going to stick some leaves around the underside of here to make it look a little bit more natural in the meantime. Where have we got the... It's the mahogany wood that we need, which I think I had some on me, but I think I popped it back in here by now. Exotic wood, that's the stuff we need. Rich mahogany, and then somewhere around here, is it in gadgets? It's possibly in gadgets. Yes, we have a rich mahogany leaf wand, which I got from the jungle a little while ago and didn't really know what it did, because I didn't realise what it did was consume rich mahogany as material for the leaves. And look at that, that's starting to look lush, isn't it? Alright, we'll do some stuff like this around here. I probably need to dig down a little bit, or maybe I can equip my brand new awesome gadget kit and look at the speed of that mining, that's awesome. I will probably have to go around here and add a couple of things while I'm hovering, I think, because I'm not going to be able to reach that. So let's get up here. Let's grapple up there. That's probably the best way of doing it, isn't it? There we go. I've got my ivy whip going on as well, so that, if anything, works even better. I really should have got into doing this decorative stuff a long time ago. I've just been too busy with the action side of this game, because it's definitely got a huge action kick to it. There we go, giving it a bit of a leafy beard going on. That's nice. That's nice, I like it. Alright, let's add a little bit more up here real quick. There we go. And have some kind of dangling down like that. Yeah, super cool. Alright, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. It would be really awesome. Now I'm having ideas, you guys. Now I'm getting into my building hat. I have ideas. It would be really cool. Where on earth are my torches? Do I not have any left? I guess I must have used them all up. Can I put a campfire there? I can, but it's not really going to light the area I'm in right now. We'll take that torch back. Give me that torch. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. I can place this up here at least. Now I've got my building hat on. I'm really considering doing some aesthetic builds, doing some stuff that isn't at all necessary, and just some stuff that looks really cool, because this ivy wand makes me think of... I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Shadow of the Colossus, but that is a game that has some fantastic, like, living statue kind of things. And not like living statues like the kind of guys you see in shopping centres painted all one colour. I mean, it's got these colossal beings which are made out of earth and stone, and were kind of the inspiration for my Nameless God character in my decidedly vanilla series. And they had these massive beards made of like ivy and moss and this kind of stuff, and it would be really cool to recreate one of those in Terraria. Now that I see all of this living mahogany leaf stuff, I'm kind of thinking that that could be a really neat project for when we're not doing the action stuff. So let me ask you guys this, what do you want to see from this series? Because obviously I'm in hard mode now and there's a lot of action to be had elsewhere, but would you like to see me explore a little bit more of the building side of Terraria? Because I feel like building, in Minecraft at least, is definitely one of my strong points, and I can see myself getting into Terraria building very, very easily. So let me know, it would be really interesting to see what you guys think. And if I am going to make building episodes, one of the things I have to start using is this. This is the mechanical ruler, and I think I probably have to equip it in an accessory slot. Yeah, there you go. But now we've got ourselves some graph paper, basically. We've got ourselves a kind of grid on screen that fades away when you move, which is really helpful. They've really thought that feature through quite well, because otherwise it would be kind of obstructive and annoying. But I think if we go 1, 2, 3 out from the side and then 4 there, and then it's 1, 2, 3 out from the side and 4, so it needs to be here. I just want to get the symmetry of this place worked out a little bit. Oh wait, hang on, that's background, so we need the hammer. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I do need to make this gap here a little bit wider, but that's fine. It can be kind of asymmetrical in a sense, and definitely this part down here is going to be, because it's all of the kind of dirt and stuff. It's got to look a bit more natural. There's also this ruler, which is a little bit less intrusive than the full screen effect, but it's kind of a little bit less useful when it comes to measuring stuff out. I mean, it says like this is 7 by 1 across the middle, but then you have to kind of make sure that that matches the middle of where you are, and it's useful for a different kind of measurement, I think. So those are really interesting. I like that they've actually got that available to you, because it's sometimes really difficult to eyeball stuff in Terraria, I found, which is possibly why I haven't done as much building as I could have in the game already. I wonder what we can do about making fences kind of down here like that. Do you reckon that'll look alright? Yeah, this is kind of cool. I'm going for a more like industrial, almost like kind of gothic feel to this place. I'm not entirely sure why. It's just a building style that I haven't really tried out yet. And there's not a huge amount of blocks in vanilla Minecraft that lend themselves to this color scheme. It's pretty much just obsidian and some of the like darker stained clay types, that kind of thing. So it's kind of interesting to explore it in a different game. How about that? That's looking pretty good. It's kind of got this hourglass shape right now that I'm kind of digging. I like that. I think that's cool. So much stuff to explore, though. And I've got tons of Ebonwood, so I can still make a few other things. It turns out there's like an entire set of armor, and all the different wood types have their own furniture and their own armor, their own tools, that kind of thing. So if you're going for everything in the game, you've got to make a lot of stuff. It's really quite incredible the amount of items there are in this game. I've no idea how anybody keeps track of it, other than just using a wiki, I guess. But there must be some people who are encyclopedic about this game. I'm sure there are. I'm sure some of them are you guys watching this. So let me know what you think about this kind of build style. Let me know what you think about building episodes in general. I'll probably do a little bit more work on this off camera. I think maybe the Witch Doctor can live in here. I think ultimately that's probably what's going to end up happening. Him, maybe the Goblin Tinkerer as well, and a few other guys. And then I'm going to work on getting some more residences off the ground. I really like the temple. I think this kind of style is something I'm going to try and adopt, is the floating building. Because the temple, the top layer of this, was actually pretty effective at keeping the bad guys out, keeping the pirates away, and these little dwellings, the kind of starter house and other things around here, kind of had no chance, because the pirates were just jumping up the stairs and running amok and killing everyone. So hopefully if the pirate invasion returns, which if it's anything like the goblin invasion, it probably will, they will be safe in places like this. That's the idea anyway. Alright, that's going to be it for today's episode of Terraria. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this episode kind of came out of the blue and it's been a little while since I made one, but looking to get back into the swing of things with Terraria. Hope you guys enjoy this series. Leave a like on it if you do, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.